Hi.
I'm Joshua Simon.
I'm Kennedy Sung.
I'm Sam Joe.
And we are
The SG Boys.
That little gay podcast from Singapore.
Subscribe and find us on Instagram at The SG Boys.
We are so excited today because we have an SG girl in our midst. Everyone meet Jamie Lim Yin.
Hi, Jamie.
Hello.
Is it weird
gosh.
calling you Yin?
No.
Can I call you Yin?
Actually, that's my real name. Jamie is not in my IC.
Oh, it's Zhi ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I added it on because I studied in Australia, right? And Australians couldn't pronounce my name. It became Yan because they dragged their A's.
Oh,
yeah.
This Jamie lah. Jamie.
Yeah, I thought it was easier.
Which part of Australia did you study at?
I studied in Perth straight after secondary school. I went there and then I studied there for 7-8 years. I studied law, but here I am.
Oh, so you did the pre-U.
Yes,
Okay,
correct,
that track lah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I didn't go to JC.
Well, we had a great time with you over Clubhouse. Can you tell us about the group that you formed on Clubhouse?
The Singapore LGBTQ plus group. I just wanted to form it because it's kind of my way of giving back, I think. And, your podcast is something like I wish I had while I was growing up. So I always think it's very important to have a community. So that's why I was like, why not? And I don't see a group like that in Singapore yet. So I just thought to start it.
Clubhouse is a new iPhone app, right? That is invite only currently. Basically live audio chat rooms. So think like house party but without showing your face. Yeah, I felt quite comfortable during that session that we had because I didn't have to do up my face.
You didn't have to beat that face.
I was so nervous because everything was live compared to getting the audio first and then you run through everything before putting it up. Well, Jamie, it's nice to have you here now with us. Let's just start with a short little introduction. How would you answer to who is Jamie?
I identify as a lesbian. My pronouns are she, her. I'm currently in a very, very super happy relationship with my girlfriend. I love exercising, eating clean, living intentionally, I would say.
I would introduce you as a really cool, sporty Pokémon lover that I know you are. I can see from your shoes.
Yeah, first gen. It's so nice to finally meet you all and listening to your podcast. I feel like I kind of know you all a little bit also. So it's a very nice feeling, I would say.
Do we look like how we sound?
I had problems figuring out who was who.
What do you mean?
The first episode, I was like, who is who? Like, who is Candy? Who is Sam Joe? Josh, I got straight away. I wikied you.
How precious.
Right? And then after that, I was like, okay, I think I need to do some Instagram stalking, right? Then I was like,
Eventually, what was the distinguishing factor, do you feel?
I think Sam Joe's a bit more louder, like more extrovert.
What?
I can feel it. Like, yeah.
Loud?
A bit.
Kennedy has a very, very deep voice and he speaks really fast and then he stops. He speaks really fast and he stops.
So actually that day we were all together as a group, right? We posted this on Instagram story. It was really hilarious. We were like imitating each other's manner of speech. Because Josh is the one who edits all of the podcasts, right? And then because he can imitate us very well, then I was like, oh my god, I want to imitate Josh. Do you want to hear it?
Yes,
No,
please.
please stop.
Oh my gosh.
Don't do it.
So, at the end of the day, whoever is listening out there, I just want to let you know that there is power in sharing your story. And, it's just so precious. And, us, the three of us here, on this little gay podcast. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. I would say almost there. You just need to up the American accent NT a lot more.
No. It's not American. Is it Pan-Asian? People do radio one, what? Do radio in Singapore must have Pan-Asian, what?
Right.
So horrible. And then for Sam Joe's really easy. You just need to sing everything you want to speak.
That's what you say.
Start now.
Do you think it's a problem, Kennedy, that people keep mixing us up?
No lah, I think it's quite fun. It's another running joke.
Yeah, it means also that we're a unit. Hey,
I
we're
mean,
a
to
team.
be fair, it was like the first few episodes, and it's quite nice because people get to know who you are after that, right?
For the benefit of those who are still struggling, Sam Joe, introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Kennedy. I was just gonna mindfuck people.
All right.
No lah,
Did
just
you
do
say
the template lah. Like
What template?
name. Don't need say age. I know sensitive. For example, it's like me. It's like, hi, my name's Kennedy. I'm a podcaster, 1/3 host of the SG Boys, as well as an aspiring professional in marketing and communications. I currently major in political science and communications, and I'm really happy to be here today.
How many times did he rehearse that, like in front of his
No, you know
mirror?
why?
You
In
know
school,
what?
they
That
force
is
us to-
his Clubhouse profile.
Yeah, it is.
Sam Joe.
My intro? Okay, sure. Hi, my name is Sam Joe. I'm 32 years old. And I'm single. That's all.
Oh,
Like you're like yodeling at
Yeah.
night.
Yeah. I actually like to yodel a lot. I learned it from Dolores O'Riordan.
So would you say that
I don't understand how you guys can't tell who's Samjo here. Jamie, each of us, we're going to ask you a short little question just to get to know you, okay? So my question is, what's your star sign?
I'm a Leo.
Oh my god, I knew it. No, I'm just saying. Actually, I don't know.
But I feel like I'm not really a Leo, so Leos are very extroverted and very
They're also
that part is true.
fiercely independent and they care for the loved ones that they have, you know?
Would you say you're introverted? Is that what you mean?
I thought I used to be extroverted, I would say, and then over the years I just became a bit more introverted. I really want to just spend my time more intentionally on like what's important, right? I used to be so bubbly and so excited last time, but I don't know.
I want to ask you, because I know you love Pokemon, because I was texting you before this podcast, and you told me that you like Pikachu and Charmander.
Correct.
But if you had to choose one to like be by your side forever,
Pikachu. I love Pikachu.
You never have to worry about blackout.
Exactly right. Free phone charging.
I have a feeling like the three of us here, and by three of us I mean all of us except Kennedy, like, because Jamie was also telling me that she only really knows and likes the first 150 one.
Yes,
Like Pokemon,
yes.
right? Same also, because I grew up with that, with them on my Game Boy and watching the cartoons on Kids Central, like every Saturday morning. For some reason, like after that, I don't know, I felt like the art got weird, or maybe I just grew out of it also. I got too busy with other commitments in school. I cannot really relate to like the newer Pokemon as much.
Yeah, I felt that with the art style, it shifted and it felt more Digimon-ish.
I think for
than
me, it's really
Pokemon.
about the emotional connection to the game. Because I think when you play the game and then when you're a kid and then like, you go through hardships about beating the trainers or like the gym leaders and the Elite Four, and then you just like, then you go and find the best teams and everything. So for me, that stopped after Generation 4. I mean, I played Sword and Shield. I played the latest one on Nintendo Switch. That's like Gen 7, I think. But I played Finish. I don't remember any of the Pokemon.
Well, I actually love that we're talking about Pokemon because this year is the 25th anniversary of Pokemon.
Yeah, Katy Perry's releasing a single with it, right?
Yeah, Post Malone as well.
Yeah.
Post Malone also, right?
What?
Yeah.
I didn't
Posty. Yeah.
25 years of
25.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite songs to sing karaoke.
Wait,
I wanna be the very best that no one ever was.
Dun dun dun.
I thought you were going to bring up the first movie soundtrack with M2M.
Oh, I love that song. I love that movie also.
What's that song called?
Don't Say You Love Me.
Don't say you love me. You don't even know me.
Cut to Kennedy's face.
You really
Okay, I don't know the song.
Want
No, but I know
me,
that.
then
Give me some time.
Give me some time.
Okay, so my question is, when did you have your first kiss?
Oh, that's a good one.
Wow. I think 13 or 14.
Wow.
Yeah, but it was kind of weird. It was like a half kiss. Yeah.
Okay, tell us who, what, when, where, why, how, everything.
She's married now. She was my best friend for 2 years plus. Where? I don't remember.
In school, is it?
Probably.
How was the kiss?
Not good.
Oh, I mean, it's
Yeah,
your
the first
first
time is
kiss.
never good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was like half a kiss. I think I wanted to use my tongue. But it was like close shop.
It was a
so
peck-
it was like
it was a
me
peck lah.
licking her lip. It was weird. It was so
Ew.
weird. Yeah, and then we ended because I flew to Australia to study.
Oh.
Yeah, but it was hard. I went there and then we were kind of together, but she started exploring and then came back, found out she was dating a guy. So I died. I really died. I went back. I died.
I'm so sorry.
Jamie, I want to give you a hug. I'm going to give you a hug
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
I blame Kennedy. See, he brought this out. He went straight to that question.
No, it's okay. Like, actually, we're more acquaintances now, right? I think I just follow her on Instagram. She's happy, and there was one time we met in my office, and actually it was very nice because I think I had some sort of closure because she actually apologized to me, and she was like, "Hey, I'm so sorry. I know we actually were in a relationship." I was like, wow, she's acknowledged that we actually had a relationship, not just a best friend relationship, right? Like, I really enjoyed our time together, right? And yeah, so she just apologized and I'm so sorry I put you through that. I mean, it's been a long time, so I have no ill feelings towards her. Now I see her and I'm like, okay, good for you. I'm happy she's doing well. And
Yeah.
A lot of people don't get that closure.
Yeah.
I know people who also went through that kind of like school time puppy love.
I've been through that lah. As in, the other day I threw a mutual friend at some like social setting. Then I saw the guy who ghosted me. Oh, that kind of thing. But yeah.
And then
Oh no, it's not about me.
go up and get closure lah.
He didn't look at me. Every time I asked him a question, he didn't talk to me. And so after that, I was just like,
Right.
I mean, I really moved on already, lor.
Sure,
Yeah.
that's good. I mean, it takes two hands to clap, obviously,
Yeah.
but at some point you have to meet in the middle. And if the other person is not ready, or maybe they will never be ready,
I'm quite happy with wherever I am right now. And even if I get closure from that, it's just like, oh, if I get it, great. If I don't, no cons.
Right. I don't think it's necessary for that person to be there to apologize. Even in your case, Jamie, that was very kind of her to reach that realization and to also speak up about it rather than just sort of sweep it under the rug and say that was the past, we're going to keep it there. But I also think sort of with closure, you can close the door yourself.
Close the door.
Oh God.
Lose the key.
to infinity.
Jamie, I want to know what your coming out story was like.
honestly, I think my parents kind of knew already. So I've always dressed like tomboyish. I've always been tomboyish since a very young age. Girls would be playing with like skipping ropes and playing with dolls. I wanted like the Power Ranger, saber-toothed tiger sword. And I like to play like catching with guys. I used to play basketball. I think they also knew that something was going on between me and my first girlfriend. Go do your blood test, see whether your hormone levels are okay, The gynae was like, she's fine. She's perfectly fine. Apparently, I had more testosterone. And then I had this thing called like PCOS, which is a polycystic ovarian syndrome thing, which is quite common, I think, in girls. My second relationship, I met my girlfriend I went to Perth to study, right? So I met her there. We had an 8-year relationship.
Whoa.
Wow,
She was the only lesbian there, right?
she was the only lesbian in Perth.
I mean, that I knew all from Singapore, right? So I was all excited because I've been there for a while. And
The only gay in the village.
I tried to go through let me try to be girly. Try to grow my hair long and like wear makeup. And makeup was bad for me. I hate makeup. And then fast forward a couple of years, we came back to Singapore, right? We broke up. I was crying like crazy. I remember I was driving home, went back and I was like, okay, I'm going to tell my parents. I cannot hide this anymore. I hate lying. And I've lied for like 23, 24 years of my life. I'm just like, I need to tell them the truth. So I went back. They were watching TV and I was like, Mommy and Daddy, I need to talk to you. They saw I was crying, right? Then I was like, I need to tell you that I like girls. Not girls and guys. I like girls. And they're like, yeah, we know. I'm like, oh, okay. And then and I told them I just broke up with my then girlfriend. And the reason I waited till then was I didn't want them to hate my partner. I just wanted to let them know it's my own decision that I'm a lesbian. I don't want them to channel their hate to someone. So I thought the best time to tell them was when I'm single. And then I was crying and all that. And I was like, please don't kick me out of the house. And my parents were so nice. They were like, what makes you think your parents are so close-minded?
Whoa.
But I was like, okay, cry some more. They're like, you know what, no matter what, we love you. My parents are 70 plus now, actually. So I was genuinely surprised that they have been so accepting of this, and they just told me like, no matter what, just want you to be happy. My current relationship, they really welcome her with open arms. My dad was like, I have 2 daughters now. It's so nice. So
Oh,
it's very,
that's
very-
so nice.
Yeah, I love.
That's almost like a goal for the 3 of us, so like your parents to accept your partner as their own.
Yeah,
Well, I wouldn't say it's a goal for me lah.
It's not?
As in, it's something nice, but I wouldn't say it's a goal. Yeah.
Okay, but it's you know what I mean, right? It's like #life goals.
It's something nice lah.
It's
Yeah,
obviously
yeah.
like it's a great bonus, like, and you got it. I'm so happy for you.
Pink Dot comes out with this promotional video every year, and there was one year, I think 2012, I always go back and watch it. It's called Someday. And there was one scene where this lesbian, she brought her girlfriend home, and then her mom was like serving her soup and saying like, hey, have more soup, that sort of thing. But in reality, they showed her crying, holding brochures, and the mom like.
The whole idea was that someday I'll be able to bring my
Correct,
partner back
correct,
and my parents will love me, or like someday I'll be able to be open at work and things like that,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes,
that
yes.
video.
I remember that video also. Shada Harrison was the actress, right? The curly hair one.
Yeah. And I was
yeah.
just like, oh, I really I wished for that at that point of time. So I'm lucky and very blessed.
You're very blessed. And it's not just to you that your parents are showing that affection to, it's also their friends' children as well. So it's not just to you that they're accepting, which is beautiful. Samjo, I do have the same kind of desire or hope someday to bring my partner home and be like, this is my boyfriend.
I know.
Like, you've met my sister's husband, you've met, like, I want to have that feeling with that too, like to have everyone sit down at dinner, or for him to be invited to Chinese New Year or Christmas gatherings. That would mean a lot to me. And even though I'm out now to my family, that's still a scary thing for me to sort of remind them that I'm actually happy and I'm in a relationship, and this is human proof of that standing in front of you.
And actually, Jamie, listening to your story, I kind of got reminded of Josh's story. It's interesting how you said that you wanted to tell your parents when you're single. But Josh, if I remember correctly, it was the opposite. And for a lot of people also, it's almost like, when are you going to come out? Like, if I had people ask me that also. And sometimes I will also reply, oh, maybe when I have a partner, so that my parents can look at me and go like, okay, at least he's happy, he has someone that makes him happy. And I remember that was something you wanted. And it's so funny, the parallels between your stories also, because you were also on a bed with your parents and you were crying.
I started crying when I told my dad that today was a breakup, and it was the last thing I wanted to tell you as I'm coming out, because I wanted to sort of show you that this is possible, that I'm actually happy. Because we've talked about how when you come out, you also have to sort of educate who you're coming out to. Or you're coming out as gay, it means you're a cross-dresser. Or you're going to be a drag queen, you're getting a sex change. All these weird things that they hear from their friends that create that perception of what gay even is. So they jump to these conclusions, and I always thought it would be easier for me to say, hi, this is it. It's an actual person, and I love this person. Yeah, so that was really tough for me when it was a breakup day. Yeah.
Yeah, I think for me, I just wanted to protect my partner in that sense. I just didn't want them to just, because to me it's like your parents love you no matter what. Who else are they going to blame? They're going to blame the partner. So I was like, that was just my train of thought.
No, yeah, I don't blame you for that. I think we've seen hypothetical situation, right, where it's like, oh, you made my son gay, or you made my daughter lesbian, that kind of mentality.
Right.
I don't know where I get the idea from, but I feel like I've seen it represented somewhere.
I didn't even think of that. That would be terrifying as well if I bring someone that I love home and now that person gets
I think I read a story on Tumblr before when I was growing up, like the whole parents found out that someone is seeing someone and then say, oh, it's because of this person that you're gay. I forbid you from talking to this person.
Yeah.
I came out to you guys right on my coming out story. I didn't tell you this additional layer, but when he found me watching gay porn, he found the gay porn on my computer. The first thing he said to me is, I don't know who introduced this to you, and I don't know who influenced you, corrupted you, or introduced you to this sinful lifestyle and things like that. So
because this is not the son I raised, right? Like,
the first
it's
time,
not my fault.
The first time my mom caught me lying about not doing homework, the first thing she said was, who taught you to lie?
And it sounds rhetorical, like sometimes you say, who teach you how to talk back? That kind, right? It can be very rhetorical like that, but actually it's subconsciously could stem from...
It illuminates a deeper thought process.
Yeah.
I guess I don't put it as a goal. Maybe also because subconsciously I'm trying to prevent myself from the disappointment, because I don't feel like it's gonna ever happen for me. And I rather just focus on what is achievable for me. I'm quite I hate to say this word, the P word, pragmatic.
Yeah, but there's a lot of history that you've had for you to reach that.
Yeah, right now, like, as cynical as it sounds, I just want to focus on things that I know I can achieve and things that are within my reach for now, and be around the people that I know love me. As in, I'm not saying that my parents don't love me. My parents love me, but it's just that this aspect of my life I don't think is within reach lah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that was Kennedy Sung, just in case.
Yeah, so when Kennedy likes to bring up his trauma, I make a point, it's Kennedy.
Also, Kennedy's the one with the lisp, yeah.
Can you imagine if all the Samjo fans are actually secretly crazy over Kennedy, but they thought it was Samjo?
I'll be very happy because, Kennedy needs more followers. No, kidding. Take that out.
I'm keeping it in.
I was kidding.
That's why you put private, right?
The girls are fighting.
I'm actually a very private person.
It's not about you. It's not about you and me.
I know. You are the one who started talking about yourself.
It feels that Jamie is so natural here, right? That we don't like. It doesn't feel like we're on a program. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It feels like a very natural thing.
It doesn't feel like an interview. It feels
Yeah, it
like
just feels like it's another episode between the 3+1 of us.
Yeah.
I think also because like when we've had obviously we love all of our previous guests, but sometimes we bring them on to talk about a particular like serious topic or whatever, and then it becomes very interview style as opposed
But today
to...
is SG Girl. You know, it's the same as SG Boys. It's just SG Girl.
I love it.
I just want to ask you also, because you said you grew up like being a tomboy and everything, how was that journey like for you, right? Reconciling what the world is telling you should be, and then all these terms being laid on you, like tomboy was somehow wrong. I'm guessing you were told that, right? Or you were made to believe that. And then how did you finally reconcile and go like, no, I am me. I don't like makeup. I like to keep my hair short.
Yeah, and if I can add to that question, for gay men, we have this toxic masculinity or how a man should behave kind of loom over our sexuality as well. I'm curious if your femininity was an issue in that sense, where this is how a girl should behave.
Definitely get that from my mom a lot last time. Now she doesn't as much. Once in a while it's about the hair being too short. Definitely when I was a tomboy, I used to run around a lot, right? And she'd be like, oh, that's not how a girl should act. Or I remember I had a teacher also in school. She's like, sit with your legs closed. That's not how a girl should sit. Everyone has their own perception of what you should be, right? And what a girl should be. And for me, I played a lot of sports, right? So that was already like shifting everything to the side of not feminine at all. I hate makeup. I have a phobia of lipstick. So
Wow, lucky I never wear lipstick today.
No. If it's a friend, it's okay, but not on me. I don't want it to touch me. Yeah, if I see a lipstick there, I will be like
Uncomfortable.
Just like, oh.
Interesting.
Why do you think that is? Was it because people forced you to do it, or?
When I was young, I saw a lady, full blown like red lipstick. She was eating a hard-boiled egg, and then you could see all the lipsticks. I was just very traumatized.
You know what? Just take it as a birthday egg. The red color.
Yeah.
No, I think she was eating the birthday egg. But she peeled it. Even lip balm. I don't like it. I don't know. I just don't like anything weird on me, on my face or whatever. So I never ever wear makeup or anything like that. And
I find this so fascinating because my story is like, I didn't want to play with Hot Wheels lead the way. I wanted to play with the Barbie dolls, and everyone was doing sports and I wanted to do dance. And I was really into like cosmetics and makeup and was really drawn to that. And then you're like the opposite.
I mean,
love
Sandra
that.
also. You're not special. Just kidding.
I don't think I actually played with Barbie dolls, but I was that weird kid that take out the Barbie dolls' heads and like
Wrestle them.
strip the Barbie doll.
What?
Yeah, I don't know why, but I like all of the dolls naked. Even the Ken dolls also.
I'm a bit scared right now.
Yeah.
As in, I don't know if this is going into the edit.
It's just a doll. It's fine. Yeah. When I grew up, then people stripped me.
For me-
Okay, sorry.
For me,
Onlyfans.com/Samjo.
For me,
Which actually exists, by the way. But anyway.
For me,
But it's not me lah. It's someone else called Samjo. Sorry, Kennedy. Yeah.
for me, it's like I also do like the whole like I want to go theater, I want to go yada yada. And the only compromise that I had was I went to band, but also like a military band, so I was doing all the marching, and all that kind of thing. But I just wanted to go there and play music and stuff. I guess the only like super girly thing I did was like Wings Club. I love Wings Club.
I think there's certain indicators, as much as we say let's not generalize and everything, right? But there's certain indicators that just set off our gaydar lah. And I think as gay people, all here in this room also, we we can be very honest and say that, certain traits tend to point generally towards someone being queer, but that's not always the case. I think it's important, it's just healthy to have that.
I think just because there's a trend doesn't mean that someone who falls outside the trend is any less valid.
Yeah,
There you go.
Exactly. Even though people be like, hey, that one is gay, right? And I'm like, maybe, but like, why are you asking me? If you're really so curious, actually, what's it got to do with you? It's not your business.
Right. I think it's all about gender expectations, right? And I think the moment you're born different, you're also curious about all the other things that life says you're supposed to like this, but then you're also drawn to something else, right? So you follow where that leads you. And then over time, some of us link up and be like, I have that same experience too. And then these kind of stereotypes or cliches form. As a man, you're supposed to do this. As a woman, you're supposed to be like this. Just go to the things that shimmer to us?
One of the podcast episodes, you all were talking about media and the influence, right? It played quite a big part for me. So I started watching Grey's Anatomy since I was 14.
And it's still going, right?
It's still going.
Oh, gosh.
But I think they were the first show to really bring out a lot of like these issues, especially I think it was the first show to have a lesbian couple. It was very, very nice. Queer as folk.
Yeah.
And the L word.
Right.
Oh wow, I binged the L word so much.
That was an education that we needed and we weren't getting anywhere else.
Yeah, because we saw someone on screen who were feeling the things that we were feeling.
Yeah.
I feel with portrayals of lesbians, there's often that sort of fetishized approach as well, where, oh, these two girls are kissing. Whoa, the guys are going to cheer. It's like, and they don't really take it seriously as well. They think of it as a phase.
I remember I had a friend last time. He was a nice guy, right? And he knew I was together with my ex, and he never said anything. He was fine with it. But apparently he wasn't okay with gays. And I'm like, why? What is the difference? There is no difference. No matter how I explained it to him, he was just like, yeah, no. It's like, that's so weird, right? I don't know if it's an issue with them and their pride, but also generally, I think people just fear what they don't know.
This was in 2013. A couple of students shaved their head for half a hope. The principal forced them to wear wigs because she said that we cannot promote lesbianism.
What?
Who was having that conversation?
Yeah, another school, they have boards in the staff room where like they have like lists of like potential lesbians. So this is all I heard from friends who are from those schools. Even though it's a later time, things actually haven't gotten better, I feel.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
I feel so sad to hear that.
Well, if you know some truth to these stories, please let us know. Hit us up on our Instagram page at the SG Boys. We want to know your experiences as well. Of course, Jamie, I'm happy that you can't relate to these things because you're kind of spared from that. And not that I'm hoping that everyone is spared from this bullshit. But if there is some truth to this, we want to call in, as how Kyle would say from Proud, call in on what has happened and try to unpack that for you. Let us know on Instagram, please.
Actually, Jamie, I'm curious, right? Back to Josh's earlier point about how a lot of people say that being gay is a phase. You hear that a lot about lesbians, right? They say that, oh yeah, it's a very common girls' school thing. I mean, I have female friends who identify as straight right now and say that, oh yeah, they definitely like had fun with girls before and everything. So
going back to that Katy Perry I Kissed a Girl controversy.
And I liked it. Exactly. Right. So which perpetuates that idea that lesbianism is just a temporary thing. How does that make you feel? And also, I mean, what's your personal experience with that?
My parents also asked me, is it just a phase or something like that? But I don't think that's something you know until you really grow up. I also think it's because, we're girls and, at the age where hormones are raging and all that, and you just want to feel connected to someone, right? Perhaps it was a phase for some people. I know people who are now straight and very married and very happy, right? But for some of us, it wasn't a phase because it never went away. I've always been waiting for like the day, like, you don't like girls anymore, or, one day I'll like makeup or something, right? But that feeling never came. Yeah, and it got me to think, like, is there something wrong with me? So I tried it out. That's why I tried out let me try this makeup thing. Let me try to be girly.
Sexuality is a tricky thing that I'm still trying to understand with the more information I get from people's stories. Because I have also heard of people in my life where they were gay, they identified as gay, they were in a gay relationship, and now they're married, they've got children. Does this mean that they're actually straight and gay was a phase, or are they actually gay but they have chosen to sort of choose this sort of family lifestyle because of the hetero family lifestyle, because of the circumstances that were placed on them? I'm still figuring things out, and I don't think there is a one answer, blanket answer for all. I think it really boils down to the individual and how they identify. I grew up definitely liking girls. There was a long period of time where I really liked girls. I was attracted to them, turned on by them, and I wanted to be in a relationship with a girl. But then that slowly started to shift, and it had nothing to do with media influences or anything. I started feeling these things with myself, and then I went to investigate, and then I became curious and experienced things. I was like, okay, actually, this is me, and this is how I'm feeling. And I think earlier on, you talked about the first person that you had a crush on and your first love, right? So when I had my first experience with a guy. And we talked about this on the Clubhouse. I was mortified the next day. I went straight to church and everyone put their hands on me and prayed because I felt so guilty, and I had to sort of remind myself that I did like this girl in primary school and I did like also this girl from secondary school, so I cannot be gay. I mustn't be gay. Even though I had those experiences before, I identify as a gay man now. Because when I sort of close my eyes or I think of a relationship, or I'm currently dating someone and that person's a guy, and I love what we have, so I'm gay right now. And I don't know if that will ever change or what, but like right now I'm gay, and I think that's it. That's my answer for me.
I also think society has quite an unhealthy obsession with slapping labels on people. Jamie's absolutely right. It's down to the individual, like, and who are we to kind of like pass judgment on someone's existing like status and like past relationships.
I feel that there is a very huge sociopolitical element to labeling yourself as LGBT. I know some gay men who refuse to call themselves queer because they feel like there's a socio-political element to it. But I'm like, I feel there's also a socio-political element to calling yourself gay because, for example, I've been doing some research on like HIV/AIDS studies and STI studies and stuff. And medically, actually, the term that they use is men who have sex with men. Because when you have sex with men, it doesn't change whether you identify yourself as gay, bisexual or queer, or you identify as straight. It doesn't change the fact that you're having sex with men. And so medically, there's a certain risk when it comes to certain infections.
Because it's purely the physical act that
yes, it's purely the physical act. So identity at the end of the day is still up to the individual. You can be attracted to men, but you may not want to identify as gay. There's a difference.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So many permutations and combinations.
Which in many different disciplines of academia debate about these kind of things.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And that's the intersection of sociology and medicine and public health and that kind of thing lah.
So Jamie, in our previous episode, we actually had DJ Big Kid, aka Johnson Ong, on, and he's of course one of the three guys who is currently trying to get Section 377A repealed. That particular law criminalizes sex between men, right, in public and in private. What does the whole Ready for Repeal movement, Section 377A, mean to you as a lesbian? Technically, the law doesn't criminalize you.
I feel like it affects my family. Like I don't see it as it's only affecting gays, and therefore I don't care about it. It really hits home quite hard. It is very dear to me because I would love to be in a society where, you know, I'm free to marry, right?
I understand what you're trying to say. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, it's like that, yes, there is the letter of the law which criminalizes only men, right? But when you actually broaden the reason why they say they want to keep the law, it's for the public interest. And when we talk about public interest, we're talking about LGBT as a whole. So actually, it doesn't only, you know, the arguments to keep the law is not just impacting gay men, it's impacting so many other identities across the spectrum.
Absolutely.
So just because the law criminalizes only men, but the reasons for keeping it and all the explanations that have been given, it targets the LGBT community as a whole. And symbolically, what that means is keeping that law targets the LGBT community as a whole.
And it's more than sexuality, it's your gender identity as well. And we're all actually all linked together. So when I said earlier on that you rejected the dolls and I picked up the dolls, and I really like that. We are different, but because we're different, we're also the same now.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for putting that in. I think it's just, you can see, right? It causes so
I
much.
know, because
And I think basically saying letter of the law versus spirit of the law.
I mean, I'm not legally trained or anything, but when they argue to keep it and then they say it's about morals, when that camp says morals, what are they saying? They're saying LGBT as a whole. They're not just, they're talking about the preservation of heteronormativity and all that, and that attacks everyone on the spectrum.
Yeah. And they lump all of us together also.
It's monolithic and it's essentializing.
SSA.
Same-sex attraction.
Yeah, they keep saying.
Yeah, I mean SSA because they don't want to. That's why I say labeling yourself as lesbian and gay has a socio-political context to it, because there are people who don't want to legitimize this identity and they say, oh, it's mere same-sex attraction that can be cured. They use a very medical, a very sterilized term, and it's different from saying I'm gay, because when you say I'm gay, there's an element of pride to it. That admission is so powerful.
Okay, that just gave me a lot of goosebumps. That was quite intense.
But rightfully so.
I want to go to that TED Talk.
Sorry, I hope I wasn't too aggro about it.
You're already at the tech talk.
Yeah, I felt it. June 12th is Pink Dot. Jamie, if you could make a little wish for Pink Dot this year, what would it be?
I really wish my partner's parents could go to see what it's all about. That is the part we are all struggling with, I would say. Her parents are not accepting of us, and that brings a lot of... It's difficult for her. So obviously it becomes difficult for me. They are fine with other people being like that, but just not their own child. But it kind of goes back to the whole labels thing. So
When I think of Pink Dot, I think of all these different people from different walks of life all coming together. We're also very similar at the core. And if they have a law that criminalizes one thing, actually you criminalize all of us, and we're all in this together. Jamie, thank you for coming down to our podcast recording. I hope you had a good time.
Yes, thanks for having me.
Can we
So
plug
fun.
all your YouTube, your Clubhouse chat rooms?
So I have a YouTube channel, Jamie Lim Yin Yin. So I do a lot of content on productivity, intentional living, some stuff on CV writing as well.
Cool.
I'm also on
This one
Instagram.
Kennedy needs CV writing, yeah.
I'm also on Instagram as well. So you can follow me on jamie.lyy. There's also the Singapore LGBTQ plus on Clubhouse, and they're open for iOS devices. If you want any invites, just drop me a DM on Instagram. Yeah.
So if you feel like we should do a Clubhouse for the SG Boys, let us know on Instagram at the SG Boys.
The SG Boys.
That little gay podcast from Singapore.
Subscribe and find us on Instagram at the SG Boys.
The beliefs, views, and opinions expressed on this podcast are attributable to its hosts only and are not intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, organization, company, or individual.